Welcome back, boys and girls, to another garage workshop video. Today we are installing some new security bits for the bike in the garage. HIPLOK have kindly sent me out their ground anchor and D Lock combo, which is the AX1000 and DX1000. So today we're going to install those, compare it to my current setup, which I will show you briefly in a second, and then compare it to the new setup and how this may help prevent your bike from getting stolen, because bikes are getting stolen every single day now. They're becoming a lot easier to steal as well because people aren't using their locks in the correct way. People are putting them through their spokes, people are cutting the spokes off and pulling the lock straight out. So I'm going to show you best ways to secure your bike, how to install the ground anchor, use the D Lock, and what you can combine it with in order to keep your bike as safe as possible and make it really, really hard for these thieves to actually steal it. Because if a thief wants it, they're going to do everything they can to get it. But you want to try and hold them off for as long as possible so that you could call the police, someone could, intervene, shout, whatever, and they will get spooked and they will hopefully run away and leave your bike. So that is the main thing. So let's briefly go over my setup currently. Right guys, so this is my current setup. I've got a small ground anchor, which is pretty cheap. They're like £25, but it's done the job for now. I think that this is an Oxford Monster XL chain and lock. I'm not 100% sure. And then I've got an Oxford Screamer, which alarms when you try to cut it. But I'll be honest, this ain't the best setup. You could probably cut through the chain or the ground anchor within 5 or less minutes with a decent angle grinder and disc. And let's be honest, disc locks aren't the greatest. I mean, you could cut the disc here, pull this up, cut the disc here, and you'll pull this straight out. Most people snap these straight off. So yeah, it's not the best setup. So I'm going to show you the new setup after we've done the unboxing. So this is the box HIPLOK has sent us. Inside we have got a little key clip. Hold on, my keys on. I've got a 𝗦𝗽liche combo. I believe this is a helmet lock, so I will go over this maybe in another video. But this is quite good actually, especially if you're going to bike meets and you don't want to be holding your helmet whilst looking around at people's bikes, because I've seen some people scratch people's bikes doing that. So that's really helpful. Right, so this is the AX1000. This is the ground anchor. This is what's going to secure the D Lock to the ground and stop people from pulling the D Lock away from the bike, essentially. So a little bit about this. It does come with lifetime warranty. It's got 8 fixing points on the base, so it's pretty damn secure. If you're going to sit there and try and get all those fixings out, it's going to take you a while anyway. But if you're trying to rip this out the ground, it ain't going to happen. You're going to need some serious power tools to get this out. Obviously, I believe this is the first ground anchor that is resistant to angle grinder attacks. And I believe it's a 180-degree pivoted arm. So full 360, 180 degrees. So you can pretty much mount this anywhere. You can mount it to a wall. You can mount it to a ceiling for a bicycle, because some people put their bicycles up on the wall. You can mount it down, mount it on the floor. You can pretty much mount this anywhere you can, as long as you can get the combination of like the DX1000, or I think the other one is the D1000, through your bike or bicycle, then it's fine. It's going to work absolutely fine. Doesn't matter where you put it. So alongside this, we then have the DX1000, which is a D Lock, where you can use this with the ground anchor on its own, out in public, depending where you go, because you have now like some new bike sheds where you can actually like lock your D Lock to those and your bike will, but don't count on it because not everyone's going to have that. So obviously these are resistant to angle grinder attacks. The key barrel, I believe, is anti-lockpick and anti-drill. So you can't drill the barrels out on these. So a lot of people, thieves, drill them out and then, just pull it apart. You can't do that with this, so that's bloody brilliant, right? Like, the fact that you can't drill it out, you can't pick lock it, and it's going to take you, I believe it takes, with a diamond cutting disc, well over 10 minutes to make one cut. And because you can't turn these, you can't just cut it and turn because it's like locked in, you have to make 2 cuts. So that's a minimum of 20 minutes. A thief ain't going to sit there for 20 minutes angle grinding the bike. That's way too much noise. Too many people are going to be about, and they're going to get caught, hopefully if the police respond in time. And if you find out, that's why it's good to always have tracker and alarm as well, but I'll go over what to run with these as well. I think first things first is we install the ground anchor, because that's going to be the hardest part. I am going to have to see where I want to place this on the floor, because quite a few people put it behind the front wheel, some people put it in front. I want it as slick and out of the way as possible, so I should go down and check now where I'm going to put it, and I'll come back to the video. So as you can see here, guys, this is where I'm going to have the ground anchor and the DX1000. It's going to sit just like that, pucked up nicely against the wall. It's not in the way. I always want the steering lock on, another bit of theft prevention. Steering lock on, locks on, scream out everything. You ain't getting that bike out, there's no way. So, I'll also go over what's in the package with the AX1000. Right guys, so they have really gone over everything for you. They couldn't have made this any easier. This is the installation template. So you cut this out, drill some holes, not drill, but cut these holes out. Paint marker them with a paint pen or a marker, and then drill the holes in the ground. Obviously it's pre-printed, so don't print this out yourself. It is to scale for the hip block itself. There you go, fits perfectly there. You do have to do a few things first. You do need to dismantle a couple of these bits here. It does explain here how it comes out. So you need to take off these 4 Allen key bolts here, 2 on the other side, take off the hinge covers and the base cover, and obviously then you've got the holes to the base plate. So I'll do that quickly. And there is your base plate. If you don't want to use the template, you can just mark the holes here, drill one, bolt it down, and obviously then paint in all the holes. So I may use this as the template, because this is more rigid, it won't move, the paper won't screw up, so I may just use this itself. So I'm going to move my bike, get this placed down, and then show you what you need. It does come with, it's got some ball bearings, it does come with the actual anchors for the base plate, and actually comes with a drill bit, which is quite surprising because not many people send these out because they're quite a bit expensive. But if you don't have this for whatever reason, which you will because it will be in the box, it's a 16mm SDS drill bit for masonry stuff, you know, concrete and so on. Let's get this installed. Right guys, so I've got my holes marked, and then I'm going to just drill one in. Right, so here goes. See if we can get this right on the money. Now I don't want to get all that dust down there because it's going to be hard to get out because I don't have a hoover. I want a hole 55 to 60mm, so that's not enough yet. Right, that's one hole drilled. Get that bolt again, sunk to the ground. So I've got to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more times. So I should catch you when I get to the last one. Right guys, so you should have something that looks like this. Take your AX1000, just make sure it actually lines up with the holes. Mine seems like it does. Might need a little persuasion on a couple of the bolts, but it should be fine. You want a little mini club hammer. You want your bolts. This is the way they're orientated. So you want this bit facing down into the hole, like so. And if it feels a bit too tight, just give it a little drill out, just so it goes in nicer, because you don't want it to bend on the inside and you can't get your bolt through. So all of these seem a little bit too tight, but this floor is made of like concrete and rubble, so there was probably little stones chipped into the side. So all I'm going to do, give each one another little puck. So see how that slots in a little bit better? And again, do that 6 more times. I've already got 1 in, 2, and I go around again and again and again. If they don't go in nicely, remove them, go again with the drill, because you likely won't be able to get these out. Which is the whole point of them. You don't want to get them out, but they will grip to the walls. So even if it does feel a little bit loose, it should be fine. they expand in the ground. There we go. Right, that's done. Get that lined up. Drop your bolts in. There you go, bit of persuasion, they all went down. Time to tighten them up. So just check, there is no torque spec for these, just do till tight. So I shall return once I've tightened them all up. Right guys, so in order to, you know, make sure this is fully accredited and functional, you have to install these ball bearings in the center of these Allen key bolts. So you take them out, put them in. Oh, there we go. And then you just hammer it in. And what that does is creates a seal on the nut so you can't drill them out, because every time you try to drill that ball bearing, it's just going to roll off. So it would take you ages to drill these out, which again prevents a thief from stealing it. Now I'm just going to install the anchor covers back on, and then this bit is done. And that is the ground anchor complete. Now it's just time to get the bike in. Right guys, now it's time to get the bike in. So I'm going to pull the MT10 back in. Right, so I've got my bike in the garage now. I'm just going to adjust the pivot arm, put my lock through, wedge that through there, put my lock on the other side. And that is locked in. Put my steering lock on. And now, that bike is locked. That is not going anywhere. It's a bit of an awkward angle as well, so you can't exactly cut it nicely. You'd have to do a lot of moving around. That is the AX1000 and DX1000 ground anchor combo. So you can use the DX1000 anywhere you go. But the AX1000, you want to obviously mount it to the wall, to the ground, to secure the DX1000 and your bike to that. You ain't pulling this out, not with those 8 bolts. They're quite big bolts. So yeah, very happy with this piece of equipment. I will be using it quite a lot. I mean, I'll be using it every single day in the garage, obviously. And then on top of that, when I'm out and about, maybe when I go London and stuff. So yeah, obviously I mentioned about extra preventions. I would always suggest putting tags in your bike, like air tags and stuff, also trackers. If people do want your bike, they will somehow get it. Even if it's a case of chopping your wheel up just to get the bike out of your garage into the back of a van, they will do it. So always get extra prevention, trackers, air tags, get some alarms as well. So obviously I use the Oxford Screamer. I know HIPLOK do the MD1000, which is the best disc lock on the market. So if you can afford that, grab one of those as well. But these work, you know, these are fine. They're just easily cut off. That's the only problem. But the more things you have, the more problems you make for the thief trying to steal it. I think that is everything. I can't really suggest what else to use. I think this is by far the best garage setup you can get, along with obviously garage door security and so on, which I have my own set for anyway. But yeah, I think it's a brilliant piece of kit. Just to say thank you again to HIPLOK for sending this out. I do really appreciate it. It does help me out as well. And I get to review things, which I like doing. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one.
So you can take what you want, go break my heart if you want. Still I got nothing to lose, still I got nothing to give.